Greetings and welcome to another impressions video here at Words About Games, and today we're going to be looking at Roki. Roki is a puzzle adventure game set in a fairy tale-like world inspired by Scandinavian folklore. You take control of Tuve, a young girl who's lost her mother 5 years earlier. She takes care of her younger brother Lars while her father, still devastated by the loss of his wife, drinks himself into a stupor most days. After a monster attacks their home and kidnaps Lars, Tuve embarks on a journey through a magical wilderness to save him. Like many games that have come before, aiming to offer a similar feeling, Roki feels very much like playing through a classic fairy tale. You start the game as Tuve, looking after your brother Lars, in a fairly grim existence. Lars is a very whimsical little brother, prone to flights of fancy and constantly referencing magical mythical creatures he sees as he lets his imagination run wild. It's quite charming. After Lars is kidnapped through a mysterious portal and Tuve embarks on a quest through the woods to find and rescue him, it turns out that the fairy tales and mythical creatures are very much real, usually just hidden from the eyes of humans. It's a fairly dark world that hides fairly dark stories that is somehow light and whimsical at the same time, which is a quintessential fairy tale. The music and art helps set the tone of your adventure remarkably well. Roki's soundtrack is very rarely brought to the forefront, instead quietly playing away in the background of any given scene or moment. The whimsical, magical nature of the world is helped significantly by both how the game sounds and looks. Tuve's determination to find her brother, and the naivete and wonder she treats the world and its inhabitants feels really wholesome, especially when paired against the backdrop of a dark tale and a magical world that's equally beautiful and dangerous, with a somewhat tragic history. The magical creatures you meet along your travels are wonderful to interact with, whether it's a troll with a sword stuck in its hide, or a fearsome feline who is upset that their fur is turning grey and they're no longer as feared as they once were. Early on, you'll be advised that the best way to find your brother and successfully explore the woods is to help the creatures that call it home, which is a fairly accurate summary of what you'll be spending the majority of your time doing in Roki. Tuve will run across plenty of interesting and whimsical characters on a perilous adventure, each with their own problems or issues that need taken care of, and taking care of them. After an opening chapter that introduces Tuve and Lars and sets Tuve on her path, you'll explore 3 different areas of the woods, finding creatures to help, obstacles to overcome, and crucially, items to help you. While there are a few puzzles you'll need to solve by thinking and observing the environment around you, most of what you'll be doing is finding items and figuring out how to combine them, how to use them on the world, or who needs them. It involves picking up a lot of sometimes seemingly random objects, as is the tradition for point-and-click puzzle adventures, crisscrossing between each of the 3 areas as you find new items or new characters in need of assistance. It can sometimes feel as if you've got a lot of puzzles you're balancing at once, but it's never overwhelming, thanks to Tuve keeping really handy notes in her journal and also giving hints as to where to use items thanks to her inner monologue about them. There was the occasional puzzle that required a fairly sizable logical leap, but for the most part, as long as you're exploring and paying attention to everything that you see and find, you shouldn't have much trouble figuring out what all of these trinkets and doodads do. The woods in Roki aren't awfully large either, and are also connected by a network of trees that you can use for fast travel, and have some really nice helpful conversations with. So while you do spend the majority of your time running back and forth fetching items, nothing is ever too far out of your way, and the story and character interactions you're having are usually well worth the frequent trips. Roki is a lovely Scandinavian-inspired fairy tale. It effortlessly creates a magical world of wonder and mystery that you'll be happy to explore and learn more about, powered by an emotional central narrative as you desperately search the woods as Tuve to find her missing brother Lars. While you'll spend most of your time backtracking as you find more items to help the mythical denizens of the woods, it's backtracking you'll be more than happy to do just to keep the story moving and interact with the many quirky characters you'll meet along the way. Thanks very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it or found it useful, consider sticking around here at Words About Games. Our content includes review impressions of games big and small, a weekly podcast dedicated to discussing the happenings in and around the games industry, weekly opinion videos, reactions, debate-driven top 5 and top 10 lists, a regular Hall of Fame series where we discuss our favourite games, and indie game spotlights. We also stream every Friday and Saturday at twitch.tv/wordsaboutgames. Most importantly, have a brilliant day.